I've never felt so betrayed in my life because I trusted her.
She constantly wanted to be in charge. She constantly wanted to choose what we were going to do.
They were very selfish in their own way, and they wanted me to take all the risk.
I was just really stressed out, and he was making me really unhappy.
As it progressed, I was losing more and more of myself.
What's worse, like actually being alone or being around people who make you feel alone?
Have you ever been in a relationship that didn't make you feel good? Maybe you had a friend who betrayed you or a bad romantic relationship.
A healthy relationship is one that brings out the best in you. It should include common goals, common interests, having fun with each other, respect, trust, choice, and negotiation.
An unhealthy relationship is just the opposite. You may not feel valued or respected, or you might have a hard time voicing your opinion. There could be a lack of equality, a lack of trust, double standards, and a lot of conflict.
In this program, you're going to hear real stories of young people who've experienced unhealthy relationships, both platonic friendships and romantic relationships.
We'll also tell you how you can determine if you're in an unhealthy relationship.
And how you can end that relationship once you decide that it's not working for you.
First, we'll start off with stories of unhealthy friendships or platonic relationships.
I was taking a Spanish statewide test, and my friends knew that I spoke a lot of Spanish and that I would probably ace that test, so they were asking me before the test if I could maybe write down on my leg or a couple of the answers and give it to them so they would get a really good grade as well.
When I was changing schools, I was starting to lose touch with a really good friend who I had been friends with for an incredibly long time, and she had been my best friend for what felt like forever. As we drifted apart, I started hearing that she was saying really awful things about me behind my back and was telling people how much of a horrible person I was, or all these awful things that I had never done.
She was one of my best friends at the time. I told her who I liked like the day before, and she hacked into my account and started talking to my crush.
Unhealthy relationships take lots of different forms, so it can be difficult to name one or two things that are a mark that your relationship is unhealthy. I always kind of suggest that people, rather than looking for outward signs, instead kind of think about the way the relationship is working for you and the way that it's making you feel.
Bullying can happen in friendships. It doesn't always mean that, there's this one bully at school who singles people out. And it's really to humiliate and intimidate and manipulate a person and make them feel really bad about themselves. Bullying really crosses the line into emotional and verbal abuse.
If you consistently feel like you're being made to feel badly about yourself, if somebody is consistently putting you down, I think that's a real warning sign that the relationship is abusive.